Okay, so today we're gonna talk about the help desk, but we're gonna focus on the remote version of the help desk. And so as everybody knows, the help desk right now, we are accepting that people come in person, but up to 2 people can be in the office space that we have for the master gardeners, following the county and state regulations, right? So you can come and do the help desk in person, or you can do it remote. We are promoting both of them. But today we're going to talk about the remote version, so that if you're in your home and you're bored and you can do a help desk, you can just do it. And as a reminder, master gardeners are required to fulfill 3 help desks. Those are throughout the season. You can do, of course, more and they will count towards your hours, but 3 is what we require in the county. And apprentices are required to do 7 of them. So apprentices have their mentor, so they could arrange with it. And we are in the process of giving the orientation to apprentices this week and next week, so they have fair choices into what help desk they can choose, because they have more to actually do. And also the other thing is that that help desk is going to be open for everybody on May 3rd. So you can go ahead and on VMS, and I will show you, that's the first thing that I'm going to show you on VMS, how to sign up for that help desk. Good. So I'm going to share my screen and show you how to do that. Okay. And this is, again, I'm going to use the fake account that I have created. And again, if you, oh, sorry. If you want to see what your password is, we always get questions on like, oh, this is not working. And usually it's because the password is case sensitive. So have it there. I don't have a problem in you knowing this is the general one that I give you. So I sign in, and then I will go to calendar, and please click on calendar. Don't click on any of these because these are like counterintuitive. So please click on calendar to see all the options that you have. And you will see that here you have help desk for the next 2 weeks, but they don't say morning or afternoon. They just say help desk. And this is because this is the orientation for the apprentices all these 2 weeks. So for example, on the 30th, we click on it and it says this event is full. And if we click on the attendees, we will know that is the space for Michelle Walter, she's an apprentice, and Sarah Gray, that's her mentor. So that's how you can check. So then let's say, for example, I wanna go back and go into May. This is when it's gonna open. And some help desks are already populated. Those are the ones that apprentices already like scheduled. And I'm gonna go into the May 4th at 9 a.m. And I know this is open because I just created. So what you're gonna check on the help desk, you're gonna see signups allowed. There are 2 people that can sign up. And you will see that it's a summer help desk. This is the morning shift, so it will be 9 to 12 a.m. Over here, you're gonna see the description of the help desk. So you can do in person. As I mentioned before, this is Monday through Friday, and you will work the email inbox and the phone. So at this point, we're not allowing or require master gardeners to do the walk-in questions. So you will direct those to the staff, either to John or to me in that case. And then we have the remote help desk. So work from your own home. This will require you to log into the Gmail account, and this is what we're gonna cover today. But why I wanted to point out is that the username and the password are over here in the event description. So in any case you need it, is over here. And then it will give you the description of the logbook and the how to log out. So let's say I wanna sign up for that. So I will click on here, on the green button, and I have been added. And then you click OK, right? So if you want to check who has signed up for those help desks, so you will click on attendees. And in this case, Douglas Gardner is here. I'm going to exit from here, and I'm going to cancel my attendance because that's a fake account, right? I don't want to take a space from other people. And I'm going to exit. And this is how you're going to check So far, the help desks that are populated are only the ones that the apprentices have done. But as of May 3rd, you will see that all the help desks will be populated in here. So you can sign up for them. And I would recommend to do it from your home if you feel more comfortable and you don't, we're never, oh, sorry. Could you please mute yourself? Thank you. And I will, if you want to come to the office, you are welcome to do so. But if you don't feel comfortable, we will never make you come to the office if you don't feel comfortable doing that. Good. Any questions or how we could sign up for this before I move into the help desk?
I have a question.
Yes, John.
And it's not just about signing up for this one, so it's a general question. In the old VMS, when we would sign up for an event, we had an option to check a box to get an email reminder that we had signed up for this event. And I wondered, I'm not finding it on the new VMS, and I wondered if that was in the works, or maybe I'm missing it.
Yes, so right now it's not up on it, it's in the works for the developer.
Oh, that's awesome. Great.
And
thank you.
I hope he delivers on the stuff, but I will let you know when that's up. So that's why right now I have been just showing you what we can do so far.
Thank you very much.
No problem. And the other thing that I was gonna say is that you can also check for other events here. This is more a general. For example, the Castle Rock Farmers Market will start on June 19. Those are up already. And I'm gonna make an advertisement here for the Douglas County Fair. That's gonna happen, so it's also here already. So those are two big events that will happen throughout the summer that you can already sign up for if you want to prepare for it. And like you can plan your summer accordingly to participate in those events. And as a reminder, the help desk runs all the way through October in the summer help, like in the summer season. So you could have all the way through October to sign up for those. Any other questions about signing up for that? Okay, I'm gonna click on exit. I'm gonna close this and okay, so now I see your faces again. I'm gonna open again the screen into the help desk. Jesse, you have a question for us? Sue?
No, I'm sorry, I'm just.
Oh, that's okay. That's good, thank you. So I'm gonna share my screen again. And it opens Google. Can everybody see Google now? Right?
Yes.
So you could either go to your Explorer or go to your Google. And I will usually write over here or in the search engine, www.gmail.com. And I click enter and it will show up. In this case, these are all my accounts that I have to manage. So you will click on the Douglas County Master Gardeners, and this is the username is dcmgardenr@gmail.com. This is also on the event description, so if you don't write it down somewhere, you can also find it there. So I click on there, and the password is also in there, and just as a reminder is CMG Douglas 2021 exclamation mark. So you will click on next. This will show you the password in case you want to check it. And you will click next. What will happen is that in many cases, if you have opened this inbox in your house before, it will just open the inbox right away. But what happens if you haven't like signed in for a while, or you reset your computer or something happened to your computer? Then it will ask you for a verification code. So when it asks you for a verification code, click yes, and it will send it to me. So at that moment, please email me or call me. You all have the office phone that it will direct it to my phone. And you can call me and I will give you that verification email. This is just to prevent like spam or all those hackers to do it. So it's kind of like a different layer of security. And the only issue that we have is that that's only gonna show up if you haven't signed up to that in a while. So if it's the first time that you sign up for it, or if your computer, you have a new computer or something like that. So that's when it's gonna happen. So far, the email, it says no new email because we have the apprentices this week, so they have been practicing questions. But in here is when it's gonna show some questions and show the people that will ask us anything, right? Because we don't have any questions, let's go over the complete and let's check what it has happened, right? And how some of the master gardeners have answered. So we'll see, for example, William Kerr, right? And he asked us about grass, and this was on April 17th. And he said, I live in Franktown and wanted to know the best grass to plant. This will be in an open space prairie, with no water. Thank you. Right. So then you will, if it's in the inbox, you will click reply, and then you will write your response based on the research that you have done. Let's say you have finished answering this question. How do you report the hours or report the contact, and then what do you do with the answer? So in this case, you have to do two things. The first one is to open, you're gonna click on these dots over here in your home, and you're gonna open the drive. The drive is always gonna be there. It's like a little triangle there. And it's gonna open, sorry. It's gonna open a new, right? A new window, and you're gonna click on the 2021 contact logbook. Double click on it. And this will show you by month all the reports that we have done, right? All the type of questions. January, February, March. So you see in March, we have about 36 questions, 35 questions, right? But then in April, we'll have, as the season progresses, we'll have more questions. So we already have 52 questions already have been answered. So over here is where we are gonna type our contact, right? And this is as an example. Let's say we answer a question today for 21st, 2021. And then the name is Douglas Gardner. That's our contact. That's the person who we answer. Gardner. If we have email, this is where we will write it. If we have a phone number, this is where we'll type that. And usually we'll have email, or we will have as an expert or as extension. I will show you that next. If you are in the office, it will be phone or walking. Let's say it's an email. And supposedly here we'll write the question. For example, it will be about let's say maple tree is dead. That was the questions that they have. So then over here, you will write the answer. For example, if we research about maple trees, we will write maple tree information, anything. So you will be paraphrasing here what you answer on that email or on that form. And over here, you will put trees and shrubs. Usually they will not tell you how they hear from us, but we sometimes get those. They will say like, oh, I hear from you, Douglas County Conservation District sent me, so you can write that up. And these help us to build networks and relationship among organizations. And then over here is where you're gonna put your name. Usually your initial first name and then your last name. In this case, my Ortiz Castro for me, that I am the one answering the question. You can see that if the mentor and the apprentice are here, you will see two people, right? Over here, like Frank and Debbie did all these ones. But throughout the season, like Karen Kennedy, Ellen Ryder, they did it on their home. So that's when you will write that. Any questions about this logbook? And this logbook is saved automatically, so you don't have to like save it in a sense. So let's say we're done with this. We're gonna do an example. So this is just me showing you. we're done with this, we just close it. We don't have to do anything else with that. So I close it and I close the drive. I don't close the email because I might have more questions, so I go to the inbox again. Good. So once I have the email, let's say you answer the question, the second thing that you need to do is send this question to the complete folder. And I am gonna make myself an email just so that I can show you how to. So bear with me while I do this. Oh. Um, 3 questions. Let's say this is a customer and he would like to know about what tree that he should plant in the garden. Okay, now we have a question so we can go over. So you will come here and you will see, usually we'll have 5, 10 questions. So you will come, click over here, we'll see. Yes. Any questions? Okay, you will come here and you will see the questions. So you will hit reply and write your answers. And then you will see, hello, depending if you know the name or no, right? And then you will say, thank you for contacting us. And then here is where you write the answer after you have researched all the answers. And then we usually finish with please let us know. Let us know if you have any questions. Any further questions you could write.
Mari,
Mm-hmm.
can you review how to add an attachment like a fact sheet?
Yes, let's look into a fact sheet, for example, trees. And remember, if you wanna do the search engine, so you write the search term, trees, and then you write site, column, right? colostate.edu. This will give you the specific information from Colorado State about trees.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, and I click enter and it will give me several ones, but I'm gonna choose one that I know is a fact sheet. So you go to native trees for Colorado landscapes. Okay, and I click on it. So there are 2 ways that you can add fact sheets to the email. The first one and the easy one is to copy the link. You go over here on the top of the screen and select it and say copy, right click and say copy. And then go back to your email and click and paste the link. Right click and paste. That will show the link. You click enter and it will be as their single link. The second option that you have, and people use it less, is that you go over here where it's like a clip, a paper clip, and it says attach files, right? So for that, you will need to have on your computer the fact sheet saved. For example, I know I have on my computer Colorado Master Gardener training. This is some fact sheets that I have. Let's see about vegetables. So that you click on the document and then you click open and it will adjust. I will attach it. This is only if you have on your computer like the PDF version saved or you went up over here to the trees and you say print fact sheet and you save it to your computer. So that's why I usually recommend just copying the link. It's easier. But those are 2 ways that you could do it.
Thank you.
Good. Any questions? The last part is that you say, please let us know if you have any further questions if they have. With the signature is automatic. We don't usually encourage people to write their name, but if you want, you can write your first name. Don't write your last name. That's for liability purposes. But if you want to be like Mari, best Mari, or something like that, right? You don't have to, because this is an automatic signature that comes with the email. Okay, and I'm gonna send it. So I check my answer, blah blah blah, right? And then I'm gonna go and send it. And I send it. Good. So once I send it, then that's when I need to do the drive again and do the logbook. Where is the logbook? Over here. We just wait for it to appear. And look into the month. That will be in the bottom part. That will be in April, that we are over here. And sometimes this might be slow, it depends on the internet. So good, and we copy, answer all those questions. We already went through that. So I'm gonna close. So the last thing is that when you have already sent it, you have also to move it. So you go here to this arrow with this file folder, and you click move, and then you move it to complete it so that people don't answer the question 2 times. So I move it to complete it, and now it should be there. So it's from me because it's me the same one, but this is how you should answer it over here. Good. Any questions? I'm gonna delete this because this is not. Yes, John.
What are the guidelines for using pending? Like, if something hasn't been answered yet and you would consider it not resolved, would you send it to pending? Would you also leave it as unread in the inbox?
In my opinion, and we could discuss this today, but in my opinion, I found it easier to leave it in the inbox if he hasn't been resolved, or if you didn't have time to reply to it, leave it in the inbox. The problem with the pending is like we have all these pending in here, and I have tried to clean them, but I just don't know if they were ever answered, and I cannot find them. So it's like grass fungus, Macy Mayer. Did we ever answer? I know we did, but why is it still there? So that's why I'm not that fan of the pending. And I think how it has been, people that have been longer than us, please correct me if I'm wrong, but the pending was used, for example, if you send a question and you're waiting for a response, or if you just didn't have time to answer. But I found it more intuitive to just leave it in the inbox so that people know it's there. Because going to pending is another thing that you have to think about.
So leave it in the inbox as unread.
As unread,
like a
yes.
new meet. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Thank
like
you very much.
Yeah. And something that Frank pointed out when we were doing the orientation with him is that what happens if in the inbox you have a question and then you ask, for example, for photos? Do you put that in the logbook? And I said yes, because every time they are asking you something, is kind of like a new not a new contact, but a new questions that we are answering. So a new person is actually working on that. So if you don't put it there, and like the other people don't put it, then we just don't even have a record on it. And the point of the logbook is not so much to like know how much we get, it's more like how we can see the progression of the questions throughout the season. So you can go back and learn how people answer, and also for reporting purposes, the type of questions we get. So the complete is the one that I care about, so that you can change them to complete.
So Mary, just to ask this one more time. So let's
Yes.
say that you get a question and it doesn't have enough information, and you reply back, what about this, this, and this? Can you send me pictures?
Mm-hmm.
I'll log that in the logbook in the Google Drive, and then I'll move it to completed.
Yes, because
Okay.
the person will send you the reply, right, with the pictures. That will be a new email.
Perfect. Just wanted to double check.
Yes, thank you, Damon. Excellent. Any other questions about this so far? And I'm gonna do something here, but don't mind me. this is because we don't have any questions today. So I'm gonna move to the inbox. Okay, so let's say you have as an expert question, it's over here. Don't mind that it's already complete. This is to show you how to do it. So you have an now as an expert change to as extension. It's the same thing, it's just change names. So you will click on the question, good. And then it will have, if it have pictures, it will be there, right? The point with the as an expert of as extension is that you will need to view or respond the question. You cannot just reply on the email. You need to log into the portal to be able to answer. If you reply to the email, this will just go to like the dark web and nobody will get that answer. So you will need to click on login and it will open the as extension portal. So this is the same username and the same password as your email. So DCMCardenR at Gmail, same password. I think I wrote it wrong. CNG Douglas 21. Excellent. So here you will see the question number and the actual question. This is a great way also, for example, if you want to check other questions, you can also go into this portal to see. This has already been answered. This here where you will write. So here they answer, and then the customer send pictures, and then they answer back, right? And then if you want to answer again, then this is where you can write. We don't need signature because this is automatic, so you will just hit post reply in that sense. Usually, the person at CSU, her name is Ruth Wilson, will be the one assigning the question. So Ruth Wilson is not the customer. Ruth Wilson is just the person assigning the questions to us. Just so that you know, you might think like, and we were thinking that Ruth was sending this, like one person was sending the same question, but no, this is just her assigning the questions from CSU. So once the question is answered that you reply, then you just close it and then you report it again on the logbook again. So I'm gonna move back this to complete it because this has already been done. Any questions so far? Okay. So then the last part that I want to show you is that when you are in your home, you have to log out from the account. If you don't log out, it will prevent other users to log in. And then Google will send verification of like, people are trying to attempt, this is a virus, this is a spam, this is a hacker. So log out so that we don't get those problems. Any other questions? I'm gonna stop sharing. And if you have any other, even in general, questions. Yes, John.
Sometimes this spring, I didn't know the answer to a question, and so I would send it on to you.
Mm-hmm.
And I wondered if I should be logging that I sent it on to you. Do you know what I mean? Like every step of the process, or do you just take care of, I mean, I know you answer them, but is it enough that in the Gmail account, I'm forwarding it to Mari and
yes.
Okay.
So usually that's not that critical because I will go in and answer it and log it, the answer for that. But it's usually when you give like half of a response that will help. So sometimes people will say, oh, this is what I think, and send some resources, but I copy Mari here and she will be able to expand. That's mainly what with diseases that I have. So you will log whatever you did and I will log whatever I did.
Got it. Perfect. Thank you.
But if it's not that as critical when you just send it to me and you say, oh, Mari, please deal with it, it's not as critical for those.
Okay. Thank you.
Any other questions?